welcome back to my channel, and here I'll be showing you another method that you can use to carry out the enlargement and reduction of a plain figure. And the figure that I'll be using now is this rectangle that you can see on the screen. And when you are given a figure like this with dimensions, all you need to do is to draw the rectangle first, or any shape that you are given is to draw it with given dimensions. So the next thing that we are going to do now is to label the point on this rectangle. So this point, I will call it point A here. So this is point A, and this point is point B. So this is point C, and this is point D. Okay. All right. So now, having done this, the next thing that we are going to do is to locate a pole. And so I'll just come around here like this. So just put a dot at this point, and I will call it point P. That is the pole. So the next that we are going to do, having located the pole, is to draw a line from the pole through point A. So this is what I'm saying. So just draw a line like this through point A on the rectangle, as you can see it here. So the next that we are going to do is to make a division of the proportion. Okay, so I'm going to do the enlargement. I'm going to use a proportion of 4:6, while for reduction I'll be using 4:2, as we have been doing it before. So now I'm going to draw a line in this direction. So I draw a line from the pole. So draw a line in this direction, and I'm going to make 6 points, 6 divisions on this line. So I'm going to use 25 millimeters for each of them. So this is 25, this is 1, this is 2, so this is 3, here is 4, so this is 5, and this is 6. So 25 millimeters. So then I'm going to number this point. So this is point 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is to join 4 with point A on the rectangle. So you join like this, join 4 with point A on the rectangle. Now, having done that, the next thing that we are going to do is to take our set square, set along this line A4 like this, set along this line A4. Then for reduction, so we take it to 2 like this. Okay, so for reduction, we have this point. I will call this point, I will call it A2 for reduction. So we have shifted A to that point. And while for enlargement, I will also set my set square along A4, and then I shift it to 6, because the ratio of the enlargement is 4:6, while that of reduction is 4:2. So now we have a new A at this point. So I'm going to call this point, I'm going to call it A1. Okay, so this is A1. So let's carry out the enlargement first before we go for reduction. But before that, what we need to do now is to draw a line. So draw a line from the pole, that is from point P through point B, point C, and point D on the figure. So this is it. Okay, then I will draw from P again through point C on the figure like this. Okay, then I will also draw from point P through point D on the figure. So it goes like this. All right, so having done this, the next thing that we are going to do, as I said, we are going to carry out the enlargement of the figure. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take my set square, set along line AD like this. Set along line AD, then we move the set square, so we move to point A1 for the enlargement. Then we draw a line from this point A1 to onto this line, because this line, it starts from point P, passes through point D, and then it comes out like this. So we have to locate point D1 along this line. We have to locate point D1 along this line. So what I'm going to do is to draw a line like this. Okay. All right. So this is point D1 on for the enlargement. So this is D1 for the enlargement. So the next thing that we are going to do is to locate point B1. So I will set my set square along this line AB like this. Set along line AB, then I need to move it forward a bit so that, okay, so set my set square along this line AB, then I will bring it down to point A1 like this. Okay, so this is A1, then I will draw a line to meet this line. So wherever it meets this line, so this is point B1. Okay, so this is B1. Then to locate point C1, so all I need to do is to set my set square along BC like this, along BC. Okay, so support with my ruler, then I will shift it. So I will shift the set square to point B1. Okay, then I will draw a vertical line from here to meet this line that we drew from point P, that is from the pole, passing through point C. So this point here is point C1. So this is point C1. Then I will join D1, C1 together like this. All right. Okay, so this is for the enlargement. You can see how it looks. So this is for the enlargement. So we have enlarged this figure in 4:6. So now let's go for the reduction. So what we need to do is to set our set square along line AD like this. Then we shift the set square. We shift to point A2 to get point D2. So I will draw a vertical line from here to here. Okay. So here is D2 for reduction. So here is D2 for reduction. Okay. All right. Now, then to get point B2, I will set my set square along line AB like this. You can see it here. Then I will shift the set square to A2. Then I will draw a line from here to meet this line. So on this line, we have what? At this point, we have what? We have B2 for reduction. Okay. Now, so what I need to do now to get point C2 is to set my set square along C2, along BC like this, along BC, then I will shift it. So I will shift it to B2. So I will draw a line from here to here. Okay, so this point, we have what? We have C2 on this point for reduction. Then I will join D2, C2 together like this. All right, so we have done the reduction. So this is the reduced figure, that is A2, B2, C2, D2. So that is for the reduced figure, while for the enlargement is A1, B1, C1, and D1. So we have enlarged this figure A, B, C, D in the ratio 4:6, and then we have reduced it in the ratio 4:2. It's as simple as I've done it here. All you need to do is to practice. Thank you and keep on practicing. God bless you.